Hey everybody, this is your boy Be Humble, back with another military tale. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna tell you guys another story about when I was stationed in Pittsburgh with another young sailor. This young sailor happened to be married, so we'll get into that. So we had this young sailor, right? From day one, like, it was a little off, man. It was just weird, right? So this young sailor winds up getting married. I don't know like who would marry him, but it's somebody for everybody, right? So he was married to this girl. They was married for a minute, right? So like I said, me being one of the older sailors, people were always coming, tell me their problems. So he's the one who, came to me, with this story. So he was saying, actually, he kind of had a drinking problem. So we were all gonna have an intervention too for him at work, right? Because every day there was a Primanti Brothers right down the street, and he would go there every day, man, like clockwork after work. And oh, another quick story. So one of the times, like this guy went on travel. I think we sent him to Baltimore for something. This man spent like $100 just on pizza, man. So they kind of like talked to him like, when you're using a government travel card, not to abuse it. But back to the story. So he would go to Primanti Brothers pretty much every day, to have some, alcohol before he went home. And you can't be driving with no alcohol in your system. So he tells me, he starts to tell me this story, right? He says one day he meets his wife's friends at the Primanti Brothers down the street, and they're all getting drunk, having a good time. And one of the friends were saying like, "Oh, we want to congratulate you on your wife's pregnancy." And he said he thought it was all he didn't say anything to them, but he was just like, okay, you're welcome. So he says, then she wraps up and goes home, right? And he, when he comes home, she's like, greets him and everything. And one of the things first thing he asked her, like, when was you going to tell me you were pregnant? And he said she kind of like stuttered and stalled, He's like, so how far are you? And she says, 3 months. 3-4 months. And then, he did, he said while he's standing there, he starts running the numbers. He was like, 4 months? Well, it can't be mine. We ain't had sex in over 6 months. So he was like, well, whose is it? If it's not mine, there's no way it can be mine. So come to find out, she breaks down and tells him it's the next door neighbor. And he was like, all this time I thought this guy was my friend, man. He said he would come over and they'd be all hanging out, but they would send him on like the alcohol runs. And like when they would send him on the alcohol and cigarette runs, it would be to like a specific side, like all the way on the other side of town, where it'd be like 20-30 minutes, just one way. Send him, I guess, they would do whatever while he was gone. But even at that point, my man was still going to try to like work things out. But the command stepped in, was like, this is your out, man. Like, you don't want to, be stuck with no kid if you ain't got no kids. I kind of left like a little bit after that, so I don't know the full story with how it ended. Did he finally officially get that divorce? But yeah, my man's gonna stay and work it out, man.